What is going on, guys? Happy Monday. I'm going to share with you today. I made 12 dials, 12 phone calls, and sold two policies over $1,200 worth of AP. And I'm going to share with you how you can make more money faster as a life insurance agent. But I'm going to share with you the strategy and tip of how I nurture leads and how I find deals while being extremely busy. So right now, if you're struggling to make deals, if you're struggling to sell two policies per day, I'm going to share with you what I've learned over the many months of selling hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of final expense that can help you make more money. Now, I do many different things inside of our organization. I'm a leader, so managing new agents that come in, training them, putting out fires, working with customer service, building out new systems, just a ton of different things. But I still was able to find time today, about a 20-minute pocket to make phone calls. And in that 20-minute pocket, I was able to make two sales. One in the morning and one in the evening. And it was because of these three things. And if you do these, it will help you make more sales. And the number one thing is that when I'm in this small window, a period of when I'm dialing with my team, is that I'm not looking for dials, I'm looking for deals. Okay. So here's like my little criteria of how I find deals quickly and ultimately find people who I know are going to buy. Number one is that I look for names. This might sound, discriminatory, but I look for names that resonate well with me. I typically do well with females. So if it's a Miss Deborah or Miss Betty or Miss Patty, I'm looking through the leads of people that I see those names that I think are receptive and I think I could connect well with. If it's a longer name or a name I don't connect with, I might just pass it. So in the first few minutes, as I'm looking for leads, is that I'm going out there and I'm trying to find people that I know I can connect with. Second thing is I'm looking at the messages. So after I click on the name, I'm looking at the engagement of the client. So I'm not here trying to call people who haven't engaged in 30 days. I'm calling anywhere from 3 to 12 to 20-day leads. But through the drip system, I'm seeing that they've responded, or they haven't been called yet by an agent, or they haven't been nurtured, but they answered medical questions, or they talked about their family and they talked about circumstances. They said that they were busy. And I realized that time was the only variable that prevented them from moving forward. So I'll find these people who are receptive, who are responding, who are plugged in, who just need a phone call. So through those, mindset, and when I'm locked in and when I'm looking for deals, I'm not thinking about, I want to make dials. I want to go ahead and, go out there and call as many people. I am looking for specific people who have displayed they have a problem and typically have, some type of need that I can go in there and I call them. A lot of times we get caught up dialing, just to dial, just to hit metrics and just to say we're dialing, rather than dialing with efficiency. The second thing that's really crucial is that I triple dial or I dial 4 times. I'm here to get people on the phone. I make money and you make money by getting people on the phone. So what would you do if you needed to speak to someone? I like to share this example with my team. If I had to get a hold of someone that is part of my family because an emergency went down, what would I do? I wouldn't just call them 2 times and leave them a voicemail, text them. I would probably triple dial, 4 dials, 5 dials, back to back, boom, back to back. That's how I dial. And then I'll leave a voice message or leave a message, shoot a personalized text message, say, I need you to call me. Can you please call me? So if the mission or the goal was, how can I get someone on the phone? What would you do differently? Rather than, again, just dialing. Now, the last most important thing is a skill set that I've developed that has helped me make money, is that the goal is to get people to pick up, not get volumes of, people to speak to, okay? And in this time of 20 minutes or 30 minutes, when the time is scarce, whoever picks up, I need to find a way. I need to craft and become a person where they would want to listen to me, because I'm only going to get 2, I'm only going to get 3, I'm only going to get 4 pickups. But how can I present myself in the first 30 seconds to be different, to sound intriguing, to sound interesting? For example, today, my intro was, oh my gosh, Miss Betty, did you get hit with the eclipse today? Are you doing okay? And they were laughing, they were chuckling, and they were excited. Man, this guy didn't sound like every other sales guy. Well, oh my gosh, did you see it? Did you put your glasses on, Miss Betty, to watch the eclipse? Literally how I led with my intros to make the sales is because I needed to build a different connection. I needed to build a different relationship than what they've heard in the past. And I need to sound different than everyone else because they've probably been dialed before. And I need to make a connection like no other. And ultimately, too, is that I don't take no for an answer. If I'm getting someone on the phone and they have a need and they are a decent human being, I am not taking a no. I am not getting an objection. I'm going to figure this thing out. I am not getting, I need to think about it. I'm not going to do that. I need to call you back later. I am not going to do that. Because when you need to make money and when you're in a position and when your back's against the wall, which I was when I first got started as a life insurance agent, I did not take no as an answer. So when Miss Betty has a concern or a question, or she needs to run it by a family member, or they need to go talk about it or think about it, that's not going to be the case. We're going to figure out what we can do together, Miss Betty, to make sure that you are taken care of. You told me how important this is. Let's go ahead and put a solution in place so that you can sleep better at night. And ultimately, I moved through speed, and I was very timely, and I found the people. If they're not a buyer, I'm kicking them to the curb. If you're not a buyer, I'm kicking you to the curb. I only have limited time. And if you had this locked-in mentality, if I'm a hunter, I'm going to figure this thing out, I have to find a way. I have a short amount of time. I'm going to lock in, not focus on anything. I'm going to find the people, cherry pick the people, find the messages, call them 4, 5, 6 times, leave a voicemail, shoot a text message, call them again, get on the phone, sound different, present myself in a different way, build a relationship, love on people, and build a character band. Like, this person knows I got their back. This is what allowed me to sell 2 policies in 12 phone calls. And you can do the same. Hope this video helps you, encourage you to get fired up for the week, crush the week, and serve a ton of people and make more money selling life insurance. Cheers.